All right, so this is our take two, trial number 2 of doing needlepoint cross stitch. Today we're going to be trying it out using yarn and some bigger needles and focusing less on making crosses, and instead we're going to be doing a stitch called the continental stitch, which basically just looks like some diagonals. Okay, this is our end goal here. We have, you can see they're just diagonal lines, but they're next to each other, and our goal is to fill up the plastic lace, plastic canvas with it. And then like this is the back side. I'd like, if it's really messy for us, to put a piece of felt back here, but just for showing you guys what it'll look like, this is kind of our end goal. Okay, so to get started, you will need a piece of string. Now I've already pre-cut the strings. The length that you get from the lengths that I cut will give you a maximum of 3 rows of stitches. Okay, so you won't have enough to do 4 rows, but you could do 1 row or 2 rows or 3 rows with this amount of string that you have. Okay, you can see in the middle here, this is actually 2 pieces of string that I did for this 6 section part. So this is a little guide that I tried to use to figure out what would be like if you wanted to do all of just 2 rows of each color. If you're doing that, you can get 20 of those like rows, those double rows. So you could break down your 20 into, you know, if you want it to be like symmetrical, into like 5 groups, and you would repeat those 5 colors 4 times. But there is 40 lines, 40 rows in this. So however you want to break that up is up to you. With a 3, you will be left with 1 extra. So if you are wanting to be somebody who does the groups of 3, the 3 rows, I would suggest that before you get started, we cut off this last row here. We always want to have like that extra 1 row on the side, so we would cut it so that your thing looked like that length. So you'd have 39 rows instead of 40 rows, and then you would have an even multiple of 3 to get you there. Okay, so for the continental stitch, we'll be using bigger needles this time, so they should be easier to get the yarn through. Again, I like to fold my yarn and pinch it, and then I'm just pushing that yarn through the eye of the needle and then pulling it through. Okay, we're not tying this needle, the yarn to the needle, because if we do that, then it's not going to go through the holes. So just give yourself a nice tail so that it doesn't fall off. But if it does fall off, no big deal. You can just re-put the needle back on. So when we start with the continental stitch, you can either go in the bottom left, top right, kind of this kind of diagonal, or you can go in the opposite diagonal. Okay, for mine, I did the bottom left to top right, so I'm going to do that again on this one. So I'm going to start, this is the first row that we're working on. We're not doing the top here, we're just doing this top row. Okay, so everybody, I want you to be doing this along with me, so let's follow along. Okay, so I'm going to be putting my needle up through the second hole on the first column on the second row. First column, second row. Okay, and I'm going to pull it. Now I'm not going to pull it all the way through. I'm going to hold my yarn on the back so that it does not come out. Okay, and as we're gonna tuck this into our work. So we're not going to use knots. We're just going to tuck it into our work. So I'm making a bunch of diagonals, so I'm always going to go up 1 over 1, put it down. Okay, and then when I'm on the back side of my needles on the back, I'm going to go down 1. Okay, so I'm going to go down 1, and then I'm just continuing that diagonal. When it's on the back, I go down 1, and you can see I'm kind of wrapping that back yarn, like our little tail, I'm wrapping that as I'm going, so it's getting tucked underneath. You see it's getting tucked underneath there. Okay, now I'm on the front, so I need to go over 1, up 1, make that diagonal. And with this stitch, we're not going to worry about crossing back over, so we're not going to be doing cross stitch. This is just called needlepoint this time. And this is just one of the stitches you can do in needlepoint, is this continental stitch. Okay, and then I'm just going to make it all the way to the end really quickly. You can see I'm not twisting my plastic canvas at all. I'm only just using my needle to guide where I'm going. Okay, now that I'm on my last one, we need to work, so now our top row for this next row is going to be using the same holes that we used for the bottom row of our first hole. Okay, so I'm going to go down 1, just as if I was continuing, but instead of going up, because I don't have any more here, I'm going to go down 1 over 1. And that still makes the same like diagonal. I wish this would focus better. Focus. Focus, please. There we go. Down 1 over 1. And now I'm going to go, for this, I'm going to go up. Since I'm working back this way, I'm going to go up 1 when my needle and yarn are in the back. And then it's down 1 over 1. Don't get your needle and yarn all tangled up like I just did. Okay, and then we go up 1 because it's on the back. And then down 1 over 1. Continue all the way. Okay, continuing all the way to our last one on this row. And there we go. Okay, now if you only wanted to do the 2 rows, this is where you would stop for this color. You still have some extra, but that's okay. We can just clip it off. I'm going to go 3 rows for this. So now again, I'm going to go down on the back. So whenever you're going from left to right, it's on the back, you always go down, but if you're going left, from right to left, then and when it's on the back, you go up. Okay, and you can see I don't have, there's no like plastic line going through here. That's what we want. We don't want to skip a line because then we'll have like a space in our design. Okay, down 1. And then diagonal, down 1. And if your tail starts to get caught in there, please make sure that you pull your tail shorter so that you're not doing double yarn through your design. So just pay attention to that as you're working. Okay, quickly finish this up. Okay. That's my last stitch. Okay, I'm not going to have enough to go back and do 1 more row, so I'm going to need to finish it here. Okay, so when we finish it, we're going to flip our yarn, our plastic over, and now you can see, for the most part, we have some nice loops in the back here. You can see it's a little bit more full over here because that's our first tail. We're going to take our yarn and we're going to go in this middle row here, okay, and we're going to take our needle and we're going to, it's a little bit tricky, but you're going to push it underneath at least 3 of those loops. So you can see my needle is under at least 3 of those loops. I really wish that this camera focused better. 3 of those loops, and this is, you got to use your muscles a little bit, and then you're going to wiggle that needle underneath those loops all the way through, okay, and then take your needle off, and then you can take your scissors and just snip it, okay, carefully like that. Okay, so now we have this row of 3 and it's nice and locked in place. Now when you start your next color, you're going to start, I will start in this square here. Okay, I'm not going to start here because then that'll leave a gap. I want to go and I'm working on this row of plastic right here. I want to cover that row of plastic. Okay, so that's our continental stitch, and you'll continue that all the way down. I'll make a different video to show you how to do the border, but it's pretty easy, but we probably won't get to that, so I'll just leave that there. It's already been quite a long video, so that's our continental stitch that we'll be using for all of our bookmark that we're making. Okay, thank you.